Okay, Miss Manvi, so tell us something about yourself first.
So I am 18 years old and I represent India at the Country Executive Committee of the Global Mental Health Peer Network. I am a contributor with UNICEF and I am also a member-elect of the advisory board, the Youth Mental Health and Addictions Advisory Board at Sangath India.
Okay, so give us some brief introduction about your previous collaboration as well as experience with UNICEF and with other organizations.
So with UNICEF, I have collaborated like twice till now, and with them, my collaboration has always been about mental health. And previously, I collaborated with UNICEF via Voices of Youth, and it was about mental health. They picked up some of the things that I said in an article and they posted it on their platform. Currently, I'm working with them on a project known as the UNICEF Pen Pals project, and it will soon be released in September. So, and the other organizations that I've worked with include the Global Mental Health Peer Network, the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, Sangath India, and yeah, I think those are the organizations I've worked with.
Okay, that's commendable to hear. So would you please share about the path and the resources that you used in order to work with such organizations?
So at first, when all of this happened, I stumbled upon the opportunity to work with these organizations. But after that, I gradually learned how one can reach out to these organizations and ask them for opportunities if they are available with them. So I'm sure everybody wants to work with such organizations. So the resources that are required are basically, you don't require anything much. All you require is an email ID or an internet connection. That's it. You can easily, all you need to do is just like you go to the pages of universities and check out the merit lists and all of that. It's similar. What you have to do on UNICEF is very similar to that. So you have to just keep going on their website. They keep on uploading any opportunities that are available with them. The UN volunteer page is also there. You can check out any opportunities that are available with them and you can apply. And if you want to know more about it, then at the end of every page, there is a contact us section given. And you can go to that section. You can, there are several email IDs given. You can just mail them and they make sure to get back to you.
Okay, so as in career aspect, like why people should get into it and how will they get such opportunities?
As a career aspect, I think working with UNICEF is obviously good because you get to make an impact at a global level. And you get to meet, like, for example, when I entered into, a collaboration with UNICEF, it was just about, it was about merely working with UNICEF for the tag of UNICEF. But then you gradually get into it and you realize that there's so much that actually needs to be worked on. So I got into, a collaboration with them, and I actually saw that there's so much more than just, the tag of UNICEF. They're actually doing such great things. And now I completely love the work that I'm doing with them. And as a career aspect, when you add, the name of an organization such as UNICEF to your CV, it automatically enhances the quality of your CV. So that obviously is a benefit that it has. But besides that, like, I wasn't this confident talking to anybody before I joined UNICEF or all these organizations. Ever since I've joined them, there are like meetings and so many things. So I have an idea of what's going on at the global level. I know how do I need to, there are certain things which you are never taught at school or in an institution. So like interacting on a global level, that is never taught at an institution. Only experience can give that to you. So those are some things that I learned, and I think they really, really help in the long run when it comes to career.
So would you elaborate on the skills that you have learned so far, and what are the resources that was needed?
Okay, so the skills, I think, and the skills and the resources that are needed include, all you need to do is you need to have the ability to communicate why you are they ask for two main things when you apply to any organization like UNICEF or the Global Mental Health Peer Network. They basically ask for two things: that whatever idea you're proposing, why should they take it up at this point of time, and why are you the perfect person to be included in the implementation of that idea. These are two things that you need to address in an email or in a letter whenever you're talking to somebody, whenever they're asking you that why you're the perfect person for this. So you need to be ready with these two things, the answer to these two things. And I think if you're ready with a powerful answer to these two things, then it is really good. And the answer to these two things is not really in the books or somewhere. You just kind of have to figure it out on your own. Like, for example, a lot of people ask me, I got asked this everywhere, and it was that are you the perfect person to do what I'm doing right now, and why right now? So I said that I am the perfect person because I am a person with lived experience of a mental health disorder. So I know what it feels like. uh, I know, I have experience which even research cannot give out. Research cannot help you understand things the way a person with lived experience can. Then secondly, why right now? I said that right now because the pandemic it is the COVID pandemic, but it is also a mental health pandemic right now. Almost everybody's mental health has been devastated in this pandemic. So these were the two things that I told them, and which are actually true, which are facts. And I figured them out by myself. I didn't read them from anywhere or copy them from anywhere. And those are just those are just examples of what resources and skills are needed. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing, and why is this the perfect time to do what you want to do. So that's it.
Okay. So as far I know, you have been working with the Global Mental Health Peer Network. So would you like to give us some briefing about your collaboration with them?
Yeah, so basically the Global Mental Health Peer Network is based in South Africa. And it is a network where people and organizations from all around the world, like organizations that work on bipolar disorder, organizations that work on depression, a lot of suicidologists, and a lot of researchers, they come together and we organize webinars, we organize a lot of events through which we can basically break the stigma. And we have one motto, or I should say it's like a tagline, that it's nothing about us without us. Like, mental health is nothing about us without involving us in it. So that is what the Global Mental Health Peer Network does. And we have people who have actually worked with the United Nations, who have actually worked with WHO. And so it's a really, really great place. And it is not just the typical formal place that you go to. It is more than that. It is more like a family.
Okay. So, at this small age, you have come up with so much of achievements. So what has been your experience overall? Would you like to share about it?
Definitely. So basically, when I got, like, the first thing I did was I just sent out a few mails. I never expected to get a reply for any of them. But then when I got a reply, when you start to see results, you automatically start to get motivated to work harder. So that is what happened with me, and I got results. People actually started to reply to my mails, and that is what motivated me to keep going with it. And so basically, I've worked with UNICEF. I'm the Global Youth Ambassador from India at their world. And there are various other organizations that I've worked with. And it has been amazing. And you learn a lot. It does get hectic sometimes because you have to devote time equally to all of them. But I think it is definitely the satisfaction that you get doing all this work is definitely worth the time and the efforts. So it has been a wonderful experience so far.
Okay, so lastly, I would like to ask you any advice that you want to give us for our future aspirants as to why they should go for it, and any motivation that you want to throw up on us.
I'm not very sure if I am at that position to give somebody any advice. But if I have to say something from my own experience, then I would say that just do not, school and universities and institutions, educational institutions kind of just limit you to books. Like they only teach you what is the full form of UNICEF and how does the UNICEF work. But you need to also know that how can you work with UNICEF? How can you reach out to that organization? So do not just limit your knowledge and your abilities to the books. Also, like if you're taught about something, then do some of your own research, figure out what you love. It doesn't have to be UNICEF, it doesn't have to be just mental health or something. It could be anything that interests you, and figure out about it and just explore. Like self discovery is very important, and I think that is one advice that I'd like to give everybody.
Okay, so thank you so much. It's amazing having you out here, and it was lovely talking to you. In this 10 minutes, you gave us a lot of information, as well as seeing you growing in such a small age is commendable. So thank you so much, and thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to say something?
I think that was pretty much it. Just the people, self-discovery is very important, and we're not taught that in school. So I think that is one thing I would like to dwell on at the end of this interview.
Okay.